Get my music set up. We're getting a little bit of a later start, sorry. But these are all levels flow. If you want to use my playlist, I created a new one, and it's called Full of Dreams. You kind of know what you like to listen to, though, so you do you. We're going to get started off on our backs. So in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is your supine butterfly pose. So once you're down, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your heels come in towards your sits bones, and then let your knees hang comfortably open. If this is too much for your low back, you can always just bend your knees and bring your feet down onto the ground. You can also take any kind of supports, pillows or otherwise, and place them underneath your outer thighs or your knees. Relax your brows. Wiggle your jaw from side to side. And then take a deep breath in. Allow for your breath to travel all the way up. Let your ribcage expand. Your lungs go to full capacity. And then you exhale to empty out. Let that all go, releasing. Take an inhale, let your spine lengthen. You might even roll your shoulders up just a little bit so that as you exhale, you can slide your blades slightly underneath you so that your heart space rises just a little bit more. And then your arms can kind of do what you need them to do. You do you. Hands on the ground, one palm on your belly, one on your heart. I'm going to place mine on my hips. And let's take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Everything feels like it's lifting, kind of rising, getting full. And then exhale, everything empties, relaxes, releases. Last 2. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, draw your knees together nice and slow like you would the pages of a book, and then hug them in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, and you can kind of rock side to side if that feels good to you. Really keep hold of your breath. Now let your left foot come down to the ground, but your knee is bent, and extend your right leg long. Bring your hands behind your hamstring, and then you can either just use your hands or take your knuckles and rub them into the fascia on the back side of your leg, on the inner thigh, on the outer thigh. Just move into all your stuff. Let it feel a little bit more supple. You might even roll out your right ankle. And then with or without the hand to big toe grip, I'm going to take my peace fingers, loop them around my right big toe. If the natural flexibility isn't there, don't worry about it. Take a bend into your knee. Your hand can just rest on your right hamstring. Inhale here. Now as you exhale, take your right leg out to the side body. You're flexing through your right foot. If that does anything weird to your right inner knee, I want you to bend your knee. And then if it jives with you, let your left knee fall open back into that kind of half butterfly. And breathe. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your right leg back up. Your right knee points back to the sky. Now release your big toe, but bring your hands behind your head and release your fingers. On the inhale, drop your right foot down to a hover. The heel is going to be slightly lifted. And then exhale, round your shoulders up and off of the earth and lift your right leg. Inhale to open. Exhale to curl up and lift. Last 6. Move with your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, switch. Take your left leg long, hug your right knee in towards your thigh. Scoot your hips to the right ever so slightly. And then drop your right knee over to the left as you gaze over to the right. Find your supine twist here. Breathe. And then inhale, come right back through center. Exhale, hug both knees back into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. And then let your right foot come down to the ground. Extend your left leg long. Take your hands behind your left thigh and start to kind of rub all of that out, right? You can take your knuckles to your hamstring. You can roll out your left ankle while you're here, but just find some suppleness to your leg. You can go up into your outer hip, your glute. Don't be scared to figure yourself out. Touch everything. See what's happening, right? And then when you're ready, peace fingers around the left big toe, if that feels okay to you. Your low belly stays in. And then you open your left leg out to the left. Check in with your left inner knee. If it's bothering you, bend your left knee or don't go so far. Take one more inhale. Exhale, let your right knee splay open. So it's a half butterfly on the right side, and then it's an extended leg on the left side. You're breathing here. Relax your shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly bring everything back into center. All right, point your right knee up, bring your hands in behind your head. Let your left leg extend long out in front of you. Flex your foot, but let the heel hover. Inhale, navel to your spine. Round your shoulders up and off of your mat. And then exhale, lift your left leg and crunch in towards it. Inhale to open. Exhale to lift. Inhale. Exhale. Last 5. Move with your breath. 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, let your head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, switch the legs. Extend your right leg, hug your left leg in. And then you might scoot your hips over to the left ever so slightly. Drop your left knee over to the right and find your spinal twist. Breathe here. Ideally, both shoulders feel nice and heavy on the mat. But don't force, push, or pull, do anything like that. And then inhale, come back into center. As you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. So slide your hands behind your thighs. When you inhale, lift your hips, rock yourself back. And then exhale, come forward. Spinal rocks and rolls forward and backward. Keep your low back rounded so it doesn't slap against the mat as you move, and keep your belly pulled in and up. Now on that last one, go ahead and come forward. Come to hands and knees. And stack your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers out wide. And then with your inhale, allow for a soft belly to drop down. Lift your chin, lift your tail. And then as you exhale, reverse the movement. Dome out your upper back. Really separate out your shoulder blades. Now inhale, come back into a neutral spine. Come back into your cow pose. Drape your belly down. There's a sway to your low back ideally. And then exhale, reverse the movement. Dome out your upper back. Give yourself an opportunity to really separate out all of your vertebrae. Now inhale, roll back through. Press your heart between your upper arm bones. And then exhale, reverse the movement. Dome out your upper back, navel to your spine, and drop your head down. Last round. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, belly up. Inhale, come back into your neutral spine. Now as you exhale, make sure you pull your navel towards your spine, support your lumbar spine. Inhale, extend your right leg long behind you. Dial your right pinky toe down. As you exhale, stay right here for a moment. Now inhale, really pull your right heel back. Exhale, bring your knee towards your chin, your chest, your nose. Maybe you dome out your upper back. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep. Crunch your right side waist in. Inhale, press your right leg long. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. Lift your left knee and slide it back. Now inhale, pull your heart forward. Lift your chin, lift your gaze. Exhale, shift yourself back, half diagonal split. So we did this last week as well. Inhale, walk yourself forward, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And then exhale, take it back, straighten your right leg, flex your toes. Last round, inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, shift yourself back, straighten your right leg, flex your toes back towards your shin. Now inhale, walk yourself back forward, curl up your back toes, lift your back knee. And on the exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, heels in, toes out. Drop your bottom low, Malasana Yogic Squat. Just be here for a moment. Hands to your heart center. Roll your shoulders back. All right. Now from here, bottoms down. Sorry, the worker showed up to the backyard and I had the doors open. Bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips. Turn your toes forward. Now exhale to a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. You can roll your torso around if you'd like. Just find something that fits for you. And then bring your hands back down to the ground. Maybe you heel toe your feet together. It's up to you. But on the inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms out and up, look up. And then exhale, hinge back forward at your hips. Drop your chest down, your head down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, box pose. Step your feet back and with control, lower down to your hands and your knees. Now inhale, extend your left leg long behind you. Lift it up. Stay for your exhale. Inhale to press your left heel back. Now exhale, bring your knee in towards your chin, your chest, your nose. Dome out your upper back, tuck it all in. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, left knee to your left tricep. Draw it in as high as you can. Inhale, lengthen your leg. And I want you to bookmark this sensation. Exhale, left knee to your left tricep. Hug it in as high as you can. If you can get it into your shoulder, into your armpit, do it. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lift your right knee, slide it back. Now inhale, pull your heart forward, lift your chest. Exhale, shift it back, straighten your left leg. Inhale, rock it back forward. Start to feel all of this out. And then exhale, shift it back, lower. Inhale, low lizard lunge. Exhale, hips back, straighten your left leg. Maybe your elbows come down to the ground. Breathing here. And then we all inhale, walk ourselves back forward. Curl up your right toes, lift your right knee. Giant step forward. Exhale your right foot outside of your right hand. Drop your hips low, hands to heart center. Malasana Yogic Squat. This time, inhale, take your right arm out in front of your right shin. Your left arm reaches up to the sky. So find a kind of twist through your upper thoracic spine while opening up through your shoulders and your chest. Now bring your hands back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. And then left arm out in front of your left shin, reach your right arm up to the sky. Your gaze, your drishti, traditionally would follow your top hand here. And then let your hands come back down to your heart. Palms to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, turn your toes forward. Exhale, heel toe your feet together, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Urdhva Hastasana, arms up, look up, reach as high as you can. Exhale, fold yourself down. Crown of your head down, chest to your thighs, release. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Step your feet back and hold. Navel to your spine. So you round through your upper back without completely doming it out. Stay here for another breath. Feel the pit of your belly pull in and up and support you. Your legs are firm. Now inhale, shift yourself forward. Exhale, lead with your heart, your throat, your chin. Come halfway down. Inhale, pull your heart through to lift it. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Breathing here for 3. Relax your brows, your jaw. For 2. And 1. Now on your next inhale, bend your knees so that you can look forward. And then exhale, step or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift. The crown of your head forward, the tail goes back, your belly pulls in and up. And then exhale, forward fold, let it all go again. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up, look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So, from here, a little bit different than what we typically do. We've done it before, but traditional-ish sun salutation. I'm really working on opening up the front side of your hips, your psoas, all that stuff. So, from here, inhale, reach your arms up. Maybe you press your hips slightly forward, and then exhale, forward fold. So don't worry if you get caught up in it, all right? Always leading with the right leg. Inhale, step your right foot forward, soften your right knee down, and pull your heart forward. Feel the front of your right hip. Exhale, step your left foot back, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll into a high plank. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Stick your bottom up. Inhale, slide yourself through. Lift your shoulders, roll your chest back. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Bend your right knee, soften your left knee down. Heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up, maybe you arch your back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and forward fold. Hands to the ground. Inhale, step your right foot back. Soften your right knee down. Low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Ashtanga, knees, chest, chin. Bottoms high. It's like an inchworm. Inhale, slide yourself through. Lift your chest. And then exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left knee softens down. Exhale, step your left foot forward, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, last round. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands down, step your right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog, left foot back, lift your hips. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide yourself through, lift your chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, soften your left knee down. Exhale, step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and hold. All right, so from here, feet together or hip width distance apart, you choose. Inhale, bend your knees, sit your hips low, reach your arms high. Chair pose and hold, Utkatasana. Belly pulls in and back, sit your bottom low. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, chest to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step or float it back, going through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. exhale, downward facing dog and breathe. Pedal out your feet if you need it. Any movements you need here, and then let's just kind of go through it, yeah? On the inhale, use your entire breath. Float your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your right hip, stack it, yawn it open. Bend your right hip, bend your right knee, stack your hip, yawn it open. And then inhale, re-extend your right leg. Point your right hip down, your right heel lifts. Exhale, knee to your chin, your chest, your nose. Give it a little tap. Inhale, float your right heel high. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep, come forward. Inhale, float it back up. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Left heel goes flat. Inhale, warrior one. Bend your right knee, bring your shoulders over your hips. Your arms up over your head. And breathe. Nice, y'all. Pull a bit of your belly back. And then firm up your left glute and your left hamstring. So you're supporting the back bend on the left side of your spine. And let your left hip and your left side rib cage slowly wrap forward. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Take one more inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, bind up your hands at the small of your back. Inhale, puff up your chest. And then exhale, hinge forward. Drop the crown of your head down and tuck your chin, gaze toward your back leg. Just breathe here. Navel drawing in and up. And then one more inhale. Exhale, hands down to the inside of your right foot. So you're in a strong lizard. Hold right here. You could come down to your left knee. If you need anything else, like rolling your right knee open, rolling to the outer edge of your right foot, take a breath or two to kind of get into this space, opening up your body. And then let your right hand come back down to the inside of your right foot. Turn your right toes, your right knee back forward. Inhale, curl up your left toes, lift your left knee if you moved anywhere else. Exhale, take your right arm up to the sky. You can stay right here or roll to the outer edge of both feet. All 10 toes pointing towards the long edge of your mat, horizon lunge. Stretching here through the left side of your body. Completely exhale here, but squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. Now on your inhale, lift yourself up, spin all the way to the left. On your exhale, high skandasana to the back of your mat. So bend your left knee, your right leg goes straight. So with it being high skandasana, your hips instead of dropping are gonna stay lifted. Squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. And in that little space between your navel and your pubic bone, that soft skin, you draw it up. You're trying to pull it away from your waistband, right? It's not gonna happen, but that's the intention behind what you're doing there. Now you can keep your hands down. You can open your arms out like a T, working your upper back muscles, but just breathe. Wherever it is that you are, breathe. And then hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Bend into your left knee. Now let your right heel go flat. Inhale, open up warrior two left side. So your left knee and toes to the back of your mat. Drop your hips low, open your arms out like a T and hold. Drishti at this point is over your left fingertips. Take one more inhale. Exhale, spin your right heel in. Goddess pose towards the long edge of your mat. Drop your hips low. Now bring your hands to your inner thighs. Roll your shoulders back. As you drop down, check your knees, your ankles, your toes. They're going in the same direction, right? And then with your fingertips on your inner thighs, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down, gaze left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down, gaze right. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Hold for your exhale. Open your arms out to a T with your inhale. Exhale, take your right arm under your left. Hug opposite shoulders or eagle up your arms. Now once you're here, inhale, maybe you lift a little bit. And then exhale, take your elbows in towards your navel. Stretch through your low back and hold. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly lift your shoulders, unravel. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, stretch through your right side body. And then exhale, windmill your hands down, step your right foot back. Inhale, roll to the knife edge of your left foot, left hand is your base, right arm reaches to the sky. Vashisthasana, side plank. Feel the bite in your left side waist. Now you can take your right fingertips forward, all the way towards the top of your mat. Leave them lifted. You can lift your right leg. Breathe. One more inhale here. Exhale, right hand down. Chaturanga if you're going there. Inhale, pull your heart through to lift it. And then exhale, downward facing dog and breathe. Once you're there, downward facing dog, inverted letter V. Inhale, float your left leg up. Exhale, bend your left knee, stack your hip, yawn it open. Take your left heel towards your right glute. Watch your left shoulder and breathe. And then you inhale, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, left knee to your chin, your chest, your nose. Maybe you tap your forehead. Inhale, float your left heel back up. Exhale, left knee to your left tricep. Inhale, float your left heel high. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through. Right heel goes flat. Inhale, warrior one. Shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Exhale, settle in. Bend your left knee. Pull the pit of your belly back. Reach your arms high. One more inhale. Exhale, bind up your hands at the small of your back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, humbly bowing warrior. Take the crown of your head towards the inner arch of your left foot. Now watching your left hip, if it starts to move out towards the left, try to draw it back towards the back of your mat one more time, right? And then really work your left shoulder down. Gaze back. One more inhale here. And then exhale, hands down inside your left foot. Heel toe your left foot over. Choice is yours. Maybe come down to the right knee to work into any other variation of lizard lunge. Find what you need here. It's all about you and nothing else. And then when you're ready, let your hands come back underneath your shoulders. Curl up your back toes, lift your back knee, and bring your left foot back flat. Now as you inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. You're more than welcome to stay right here. Or exhale, spin to the outer edges of both feet. All 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat, and then your left hand reaches back and down towards your right inner arch. Let there be a stretch through the right side body here. Breathe. And then on your inhale, lift, spin all the way to the right. And then exhale, high skandasana to the right. So I'm going to face the other way. So you're actually towards the back of your mat, but your right knee is bent. And then your crown, your clavicles, your sternum, and your tailbone are in a line. Pull the pit of your belly in. Breathe here. Open your arms out if you choose. Working your upper back muscles. Pulling the pit of your belly in and up. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat, or the back of your mat, excuse me. Just bend your right knee for a moment. Let your left heel drop down. Inhale, windmill open, warrior two. Exhale, soften down. So your tailbone and your hips kind of drop. Your right knee is bent. You're actually facing the back of your mat. Gaze out to your right fingertips. One more inhale. Exhale, spin your left heel in. Drop your hips low. And you're right back at Malasana, or not Malasana, excuse me, Goddess pose. Long edge of your mat. Hands come down to your inner thighs. Roll your shoulders back. Now inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stay. Inhale, open your arms out like a T. Exhale, take your left arm underneath the right, hug opposite shoulders, or eagle up your arms. Stay as you are. Or inhale, maybe you lift a little bit. And exhale, round, tuck. Breathing here for a moment. Feel that stretch through your low back. And then inhale, slowly lift your shoulders out and up. Unravel your arms. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Left leg bends. Inhale, flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Stretch through your left side body. And then exhale, windmill your hands down. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, roll to the outer edge of your foot. Your right hand becomes your base. Lift your left arm up to the sky. And then you've got those same options. Stay as you are or lift your left leg. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, take your chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, pull your heart through to lift it. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips low, and reach your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. If you're into it, inhale, pop onto the balls of your feet. And then exhale as you lower, bring your hips towards your heels. As you get lower, eventually the knees are going to start to open. And you bring your hands down to the ground for a different Malasana, yogic squat. So you have this option to just stay right here. Maybe your heels come down to the ground if the Achilles can support that. You could also walk yourself forward. Really let your low back release. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Now option to stay here or to slide your hands back. Inhale, lift your hips. I bring my knees together for this for a moment. I take my big toe ball mounds and my heels together. Roll to the balls of my feet, then bend my knees and separate them. Bakasana crow pose if you want it. Hands are to the ground. Tuck your knees in towards your armpits if it's there. And then maybe one or both feet lift and you keep breathing. Gaze forward, heart forward. Squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. One more inhale. Exhale, feet down to the ground. Lower your hips, lift your heart. And then inhale, hands to the earth. Lift your hips, straighten your legs. Heel toe your feet together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step or float yourself back and find your chaturanga or skip it, because we're going to meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. Inverted letter V. Lift your hips up and back. All right, y'all. So, from your downward facing dog, inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, bend your right knee, stack your hip, yawn it open for a moment. Now inhale, re-extend your right leg. Exhale, knee to your chin, your chest, your nose. Inhale, float your leg back up. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep, one elevator. Inhale, slide your right knee down to your right wrist, using your obliques, not your hips. Exhale, suck it back up. Inhale, float your right heel high. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack your hip, yawn it open. You have the option to flip here if you want. I'm going to stay. And then inhale, your right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step your right foot all the way forward. Your left heel goes flat. Inhale, shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Exhale, reverse prayer if it's there. Either grab opposite elbows, so I'll kind of turn around. You can either grab opposite elbows here, or you're going to take your hands, palms together, turn your fingertips up, and slide the knife edge of your hands in between your shoulder blades. So if reverse prayer is there, whatever it is, pull the pit of your belly in, and then inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at your right hip and fold over your right leg. Coming into pyramid pose with some kind of an arm variation to open up your shoulders and your chest a little bit more. Relax your brows and your jaw. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, spin all the way to the left. And find your Prasarita Padottanasana. Just for a breath or two. Drape your torso in between your thighs. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, low Skandasana. So bend your left knee, drop your hips low. Point your right toes up and pull the pit of your belly in. So traditionally, this is where we come. If you would like to go into something called Flying Skandasana, you're gonna lift your, you kind of lift your left heel. You gotta find a different level of balance, right? And then you can take your left hand kind of down towards your left arch, reach your right arm up. Breathe. And then let your hands come back down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bend your right knee, turn your right toes towards the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior two, gaze to your right fingertips. Exhale, right hand down, your left arm reaches up and over for extended side angle. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Stretch your left side body as much as you can. Perfect, y'all. Take one more inhale. Exhale, Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon balance. Walk your right fingertips forward. Drag your left toes. Straighten your right leg, lift the left, and reach your left hand up to the sky. If it's available, maybe your right hand comes up to heart center and you peel your right side ribs off of your right leg as you breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Let your left foot land to the back of your mat. Open your arms out to a T. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the inside of your right foot. All right, so here's where we get into the bullshit, y'all. So if you're into it, right, you can skip this. You can stay right here in lizard lunge, and it's perfect. I probably should have turned some lights on, and I'm sorry, so don't do that real fast. While you're in your lizard lunge, stay as you are. And then Bakasana B, so crow variation B, if you're down for it, right? You don't have to be. But from here, you've got your hands kind of underneath your shoulders to start. Zip the pit of your belly in and up. Now, just to kind of plant the seed, your left knee is going to become a crow leg. I'm going to turn on the fan. And your right leg is going to be Titibhasana, so firefly. So take your hands, root them down to the ground. And then your first thing is to really feel your right knee hugging your right upper arm bone. And then step your left foot towards the top of your mat. So your elbows bend, pointing back. And your left leg is going to feel like a crow leg. And I'll do it from the front too so y'all see it. But then your right leg is going to really hug in towards your right upper arm bone. So you got to squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. I'm going to face forward so y'all can see. So this leg is hugging into the upper arm bone and it's going to extend straight. So your inner thigh has to seal to the right tricep. Your left leg is a crow leg. So if you start from this right here, you can also bring your shoulder. I feel better when my shoulder is underneath my right knee. It feels a little bit more supported. Step your left foot forward. Bend into your elbows. Bend your left knee. Tuck it into your armpit. Drop your hips. And then straighten your right leg. Breathe. And then when you're ready, step your right foot back. Lift your hips. And forward fold. Take a ragdoll for a moment. Kind of sway side to side. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step or float it back. Find your chaturanga, or it can be the one that you skip. Let's even us out. Inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your left knee, stack your hip, yawn it open. Now re-extend, inhale. Exhale, knee to your chin, your chest, your nose. Take it forward, tap. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, go as high as you can. Now inhale, slide your left knee down to your wrist. Exhale, suck it back up. Inhale, float your left leg high. Exhale, bend your left knee, stack your hip, yawn it open, flip it if you want. And then inhale, re-extend your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot all the way forward, right heel flat. Inhale, warrior one, shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Exhale, hands behind you, grab onto opposite elbows, or reverse prayer hands. Seal your palms, and bring your fingertips up in between your shoulder blades. Straighten your left leg. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at your left hip. Reach your heart forward. Find your pyramid pose. So the more your navel slides towards your left thigh bone, the more this becomes about the left hip pulling back right forward, and then slightly lift your elbows, right? You notice they're kind of hanging down. One more inhale here. And then exhale, drop your hands down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, spin all the way to the right, forward fold for just a breath. Then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, low skandasana to the back of your mat. Bend your right knee, hands to heart center. Showing you from the back side this time. If you want to come up onto the ball of your right foot, it's a little bit different of balance, and then you can take your left arm up to the sky. Your right hand comes down to your right arch. You breathe. Really feel your right knee into your right tricep. Perfect. Hands come back down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, walk yourself kind of to the top of your mat. Exhale, warrior two, left side. Windmill open. Gaze to your left fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your left hand down. Reach your right arm up and over. Get a full side body stretch. Now inhale here. Gaze down to your left toes. On the exhale, walk your left fingertips slightly forward. Drag your right foot. Lift your right leg. And find your half moon balance. Breathing here. Scoot this back. Take one more inhale. You can hear them working now. I'm sorry, guys. And then as you exhale, drop your right foot back down to the mat, warrior two. Inhale here. And exhale, windmill your hands down to the inside of your left foot. All right. Same thing here now. So you can skip it, or your right knee will be your crow leg, and your left leg will be that extended leg. And you can play with it, right? I mean, none of this has to be perfect, y'all. It might help to slide your left shoulder underneath your left knee. I don't know. But you're going to point your elbows back, which you'll notice is a hard thing for me. Mine tend to go out. And then hobble your right foot forward. Just get there. And then when you're ready, squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. Spread your fingers out wide. Turn your elbows back. Get your right knee as high as you can into your tricep. Squeeze. I got shiny pants on. That was a bad idea because they slide a lot. But then I lift my left leg. And then your right heel comes in towards your butt. And there it is. Who makes this shit up, y'all? I don't even know. But there it is. Bakasana V. It might look like a broken tarantula, but it's perfect. All right. Now when you're ready, bring your hands down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then exhale, gorilla pose. So, slide your hands underneath your feet, and you want the soles of your feet to go right underneath, or right on top of the palms of your hands. So ideally your toes go to your wrists, and then you inhale, lengthen your spine and straighten your elbows, and then exhale, bend your elbows, bring your chest to your thighs, drop your head down. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Stretch it all out. And then let your hands come down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull your heart forward. Let the crown go forward. The tail goes back. And kind of be there for a second, feeling your low back being supported. I'm going to drop my chest back down. And then broaden your collarbones. Let the knots on the fronts of your shoulders pull back. And then exhale, fold yourself down. Nicely done, y'all. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, step back to your box pose. If you would like to go through a full vinyasa, you absolutely can. If you're ready to drop down on all fours, meet me there. All right. Now from here, in your box pose, I'm going to flip these lights back off because the fan's killing me. Extend your, you know what, let's do left leg out. Take your left leg out, all 5 toes point forward, root your left palm down. Inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath the left, come down onto your right shoulder, your right ear, your right temple. You can reach your left arm forward, you can wrap it around the small of your back in a half bind. So let's slow that down. And then release your left hand back down to the ground. Inhale, float your right arm high. And exhale, bring your right hand down. Just bring your left leg back over. If you need a quick cat and cow to kind of move back through all of that, go for it. And then from your all fours, take your right leg out, all 5 toes point forward. And then inhale, float your left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath the right. Let your left ear, your left temple, your shoulder come down to the mat. Your right arm reaches forward or it wraps around the small of your back in a half bind. As you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. Now let your right hand come back in front of your face, press it down. Inhale, float your left arm high. And exhale, place your left hand down, bring your right knee back into your box pose. Take your hips back towards your heels, walk your arms forward, and just drape your chest on your thighs. Balasana, child's pose. Roll your forehead side to side. And then as you inhale, press back up into your box pose. And on the exhale, cross your feet at the ankles, sit back, and let's just lie down. One vertebra at a time. And then once you're down, bend your knees, bring your feet about hip width distance apart. Oh my God, y'all. And then either setting up for a bridge or a full wheel. So whatever is calling to you today. Full wheel, hands come next to your ears, fingertips pointing towards your shoulders. And your bridge pose, they're gonna stay down next to your hips, palms down. Do what you need to do, but do it for 3 to 5 breaths. Press down into your feet, and then inhale, lift your hips. Toes and knees are at 12 o'clock. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly come down one vertebra at a time. Hug your knees in towards your chest. When you're ready, give yourself a moment. And then drop your feet down to the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Supine pigeon. Draw your left thigh in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers around your hamstring. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Breathe here. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, drop your left foot down, open your arms out to a T, and then drop your knees to the left and turn your face to the right and get a figure 4 twist. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back through center. As you exhale, unravel, release, hug your knees in towards your chest one last time. And then drop your right foot down, cross your left ankle over, inhale here. And as you exhale, hug your right thigh in towards your chest, a baby flex to both feet. Relax your shoulders back and down, you breathe. Take one more inhale here. Drop your right foot down to the ground, open your arms out to a T. And then exhale, drop your knees to the right and turn your face to the left. Breathe. On the inhale, slowly come back through center, unravel. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then I don't typically teach shoulder stand on live stream. So I want you to be really careful and do not look at the screen. All you can do is listen to me. So lift your feet into the ground. And then if you want to go there, inhale, lift your hips and take your hands to the small of your back. So ideally, you would still be able to talk and do all of that to swallow. And your pinky fingers at some point, find one around the small of your back and pull your belly in. And you breathe. So like C7, like the base of your cervical spine is not down on the ground. There's a little flattening around the rhomboids and like the shoulder blades so that you can kind of lift at the same time. And now you could drop your feet over your head for Halasana, your plow pose. And then once you're there, you could bend your knees and cover up your ears. And then you'll take your time closing down, but since there's so much going on in the backyard, I'm going to let you have your Shavasana on your own because it's loud and I don't want to interrupt your rest. So when you're finished, when you feel closed down, do whatever it is that you need to do to feel satisfied with your practice. And release your legs forward. Let them hang comfortably open. Your feet just kind of roll out. Your hands can come down by the side, body, palms face up. Just feel everything out. Let your body get heavy. Relax down, release, close your eyes. Shavasana. And rest. Thank you for being here whenever it is that you take this. Stay as long as you can in your rest. Namaste.